Good morning, viewers. You are welcome to Future Star School. I am Mr. Adinan Mohammed, the science facilitator. I'm here with my learners. And before we start the lesson, I would like each and every one of them to introduce themselves.
My name is Erica.
My name is Favor Prosto Ogini.
My name is Zoe.
My name is Jiraole.
My name is Prince.
My name is Gloria.
My name is Gabriel.
My name is Ledwine.
My name is Hannah.
My name is David.
Today we are going to learn about part of the digestive system and their function. By the end of the lesson, you should know the definition for digestion. You should know the types of digestion. You should know the parts of the human digestive system and then the function of the various parts. Before we start, I would like to ask one thing. If you don't eat for like 1 week, what happens to you? Who can tell me? If you don't eat for like 1 week, how do you feel? What will happen to you if you don't eat?
You become weak and hungry.
You become weak and what? Hungry. That is good. Now, digestion. When we talk of digestion simply means the breaking down of food into simpler forms that the body can use or make use of. Now, before this digestion occur, there are certain organs in the human body that enable digestion to occur successfully. Before we start, you should be able to know the type of digestion that we have. Now we have two main types of digestion. We have the mechanical digestion and then we have the chemical digestion. When we talk of mechanical digestion, it simply means the mastication or let's say the biting and chewing of food by the teeth when the food is introduced in the mouth. So mechanical digestion occurs in the mouth. Then we have chemical digestion. That one occurs in the stomach. That is after food has been broken down to simpler forms. When you get to the stomach, it is further broken down into simpler forms again so that the stomach can make use of it. Now, this is our human digestive system. This is the human anatomy, okay, and digestive system of a human being. As I told you, you should be able to identify the parts, then the functions. When you look at here, this side is called the mouth, okay? We have the teeth. When you open the teeth, inside of it, you have what? The tongue. They get me? Good. Then you come to this side. You call this one the gullet or what? Esophagus. Then this is what? The liver. Now, attached to the liver is a greenish organ, small. We call it what? The bowel. When you slaughter a fowl, you see it inside. Then we have the pancreas, which is also inside. This one is the stomach. Then this one is the large what? Intestine. And then these ones are what? The small intestine. Now, first of all, when food is brought to the mouth, it is first chewed or masticated by the what? The teeth. You get me? Then the food now mixes with what? Saliva, produced by the salivary glands. You get it? Now, in the mouth, there is an enzyme called ptyalin. What the ptyalin does is that it breaks down carbohydrates or starchy foodstuffs into what? Glucose. You get it? So after the chewing of the food, it is now rolled into a ball called bolus. Then the ball passes through the gullet, you get me, and then goes down. Now this is what happened. We have something that is known as the alimentary canal. The alimentary canal is a long tube that runs from where? The mouth down to the anus, down here, you get me. Now someone asks, how is food able to move from that side down there? You've all seen paste before. You know paste. When you press the paste out of each tube, the way it behaves, that is how the alimentary canal behaves. It contracts and what? Relaxes. So whilst it is contracting and relaxing, then it pushes down the food that has already been chewed down into what? The stomach. Now there's a scientific process for that. We call it what? Peristalsis. I hope you get me. Peristalsis simply means the relaxation and the contraction of what? Of the alimentary canal to drag food down into the stomach. Now there's a kind of force that enables the food to get to the stomach. We call it a force of what? Gravity. You get it? Good. Now the main function of the gullet or esophagus is that it connects the mouth to the what? To the stomach. It connects the mouth to what? To the stomach. Now someone may ask, what is the function of the stomach? Good. In the stomach, when food gets there, let's say protein, digestion of protein occurs in the what? In the stomach. Then we have digestion of what? Fat and oil. That one occurs in the small what? Intestine. Do you get it? Now, the function of the large intestine is that it absorbs water from what? Undigested food. When we talk of undigested food, we are talking about what? Feces. So when ask what are feces? They are the undigested what? Food that comes out of what? The body. Now we have another organ there called the rectum. What the rectum does is that it stores feces temporarily for some time. Then the feces pass from that through the anus and then it comes out. Good. Now, large intestine, what's the function of it? The main function of the large intestine is that it absorbs water from undigested food. Do you get it? Now we have various forms, the various nutrients, they have stages where digestion occurs. Let's start from starch or carbohydrate. Digestion of carbohydrate starts from where? The mouth. Do you get me? Then digestion of protein starts from the stomach. Then digestion of fat and oil occurs in the what? Small intestine. The bowel, as I already told you, attached to the liver. The main function of the bowel is that it emulsifies what? Fat. And then the liver, the main function of the liver is it detoxifies the body or it removes toxic substances from what? The body. Then we have the pancreas. The pancreas, the main function of it is it produces digestive what? Enzymes in the gut. When we talk of gut, the gut is made up of the stomach, the small intestines, and the what? The large what? Intestines. Good. Now all these food, they are being acted upon something that is known as what? Enzymes. Someone asks, what are enzymes? Enzymes are what? Biological catalysts that speeds up what? Chemical what? Reaction in the body. When food gets into the stomach, there is further breakdown of what? Of the food, depending on the kind of food. Do you get it? Especially when it comes to do with what? Protein. When proteins get here, digestion occurs again. Then the small intestine, what they do is they absorb what? The nutrients. You get me? After the food has been breaking down into the simplest form, the small intestines will absorb them and then they are transferred into our blood streams to enable the body to work very effectively. So that is what we have for this morning because of what? Time. So I'd like to ask one or two questions. What is digestion? What is digestion? From what I said, what is digestion? Mm-hmm. You mentioned your name before you answer, yeah.
My name is Gabriel Mensa.
Mm-hmm.
Digestion is the breakdown of food into smaller particles used by the body.
Correct. Clap for him. Now I mentioned something. There are two main types of digestion. Who can mention them? There are two.
Mechanical and chemical digestion.
Mechanical and chemical digestion. Clap for her. Now, where does mechanical digestion occur? Where does it start from? Yes, excuse me. Mechanical digestion. Where does it start? Where does it occur? Mm-hmm.
Mechanical digestion starts from the mouth.
It occurs in the mouth. Clap for her. And then chemical digestion. Where does it occur? Chemical. Mm-hmm.
In the stomach.
In the stomach. Clap for her. Now, which part of the digestive system produces the bowel? Which part of it? Or which part of the digestive system is the bowel attached to? Mm-hmm.
The liver.
The liver. Clap for her. Now, what is the function of the liver? The function of the liver, what does it do? What does the liver do?
It removes toxic substances.
Clap for him. That is perfect. Then what's the function of the bowel? That greenish, smallish organ attached to the liver. What does it do? The bowel. Yes, what does the bowel do? I mentioned it here. Well, I should say it again. The bowel emulsifies what? Fat. What I'm trying to say is that it breaks down what? Fat in the body, right? Then the pancreas, what does it do? Pancreas. Yes, what does the pancreas do? Uh-huh. The pancreas produces what? Digestive what? And what? Enzymes in the what? The gut. What is the gut made up of? The gut, it is made up of what? Uh-huh.
Stomach,
Mhm.
large intestine, and small intestine.
Clap for her. Now, what is the alimentary canal? What is it? Alimentary canal. Uh-huh. Yes. Uh-huh.
A long tube that runs from the mouth to the arms.
Clap for him. That is nice. You are very genius. Then, what is the function of the gullet? What's the other name for the gullet?
Esophagus.
Esophagus. Clap for him. So, what is the scientific name given to the realization and the contraction of the alimentary canal to allow food from the mouth down into the stomach? All right.
Mouth,
No.
peristalsis,
Peristalsis. Clap for her. Now, what is the name of the force that pulls the food from this side down to the stomach? Not the same hands, yes. The name of the force. Gerald, what's the name of that force? Zoe, what's the name of that force? Okay, same hands. Erica, what is the name of that force?
force of gravity.
Clap for her. All right, so viewers, we are now done with the lessons. I would like my learners to ask some questions. So you are free to ask any question. All right. Mhm.
Sir, please, what are the differences between large intestine and the small?
Wow, that's a good question. Clap for her. She said, what's the difference between the large intestine and the what? Small intestine? When you look at this, what do you observe? Look at the size of this and look at the size of this. What do you observe? Uh-huh. Look at this and look at this. What do you observe? Yes, Gabriel.
The large intestine is bigger than the small.
Yes, the large intestine, they are bigger than the small intestine. Now that even reminds me of one thing. You see, a collection of small intestines, we call them what? Ileum. Do you get it? And then the collection of large intestines, we call them colon. Any other question? Have I answered your question? Then apart from that, the large intestine, the main function of it is that it absorbs water from what? Undigested what? Food. You get me? So that the solid part of it can what? Come out. It's just like if you have gari mixed with water. When you squeeze the water out of it, then you have the gari itself in a solid form. Because when it was mixed with water, you can feel liquid and solid mixed together. But when you squeeze the water out, then you get that solid part, the aspect of it. That's the same thing that occurs to the undigested food in our stomach. And then the small intestine, what I told you is that the small intestines, the digestion of fat and what? Oil. It breaks down fat and what? Oil. And apart from that too, it's the same system that distributes what? The nutrients to what? Through our bloodstream into all other parts of what? Of the body to enable the body to function properly. Any other question? Yeah.
Sir, please, is the small intestine inside the large intestine?
No. As you can see from here, the large intestines are at the side, the bigger ones. Do you get me? And then the small intestines fall below the large intestine. We've now come to the end of our lesson. So, my learners, I'd like all of you to wave and say bye-bye to our viewers. So, let's go. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.